Remember watching famous chefs on TV, such as Julia Childs or Chef Tell?
They made delicious dishes, except when the show is over, usually only had half the ingredients written down.
And you probably couldn't remember the procedure either. Well, my name is Lee Gurovitz. They used to call me Chef No Tell. And this is my associate, Steve Casarino. And with Steve, you never can tell.
We're going to show you some culinary delights that are going to make you look like a seasoned cook.
We've chosen some great meals to share with you today, such as Steve's omelet, sole meuniere, and fettuccine alfredo. You're going to be proud to serve every meal on this tape, and you're going to be quite surprised at how simple and quick they are to prepare.
By watching the tape and referring to your recipe cards, you'll have everything you need. Ladies, remember the first meal you attempted to cook for hubby? Or guys, what about that first meal you attempted to cook for your girlfriend, huh?
You started out with a beautiful salmon, and boy, was Sonia excited. But instead of poaching it, you boiled it. By watching the video and referring to the recipe cards, that type of disaster will never happen to you.
So set your alarm clocks and don't be late for breakfast.
Be there. Good morning, folks. It looks like Steve overslept this morning. But while we're waiting for him, I've been getting everything ready. This is what chefs refer to as mise en place, your organization of ingredients before you start cooking so everything can be timed just right. Oh look, there's Steve now, just in time.
Good morning, Lee.
Top of the morning to you too, Steve.
Got the dog brought in the paper.
Thanks. Steve, while we're waiting for you, we've been getting everything ready. We call this omelet Steve's omelet, except we modified it slightly. Steve likes his omelet bulked up with onion and garlic, but we're going to add some other ingredients. We're going to go with about a tablespoon of chopped onion. We're going to go with a quarter of a green pepper diced, and we're going to go with a couple pieces of ham diced up too. What we want to do so that we don't get the bottom of the omelet pan scorched is to start off by cooking your vegetables in a separate pan. No big deal, just get those going in a separate pan.
There you go, buddy.
Heat your butter up.
What's the matter? Don't you like my garlic and onion omelet?
Yo, Steve, I want to go out today in the public, you know what I mean?
It's great. When you're brought up in a household of Italians, it don't matter what garlic is on it.
Okay, and if you notice, we're using, most of our pans we're using you can get in a 5 and dime department store. You can go with the fancy pans, they're beautiful. If you don't want to, just go with a casual set of pans. Matter of fact, if you go there on a weekend, you might see Steve there. He loves those rides out in front.
Not really. Oh, Lee, here's that quarter I borrowed last night.
Thanks, I was wondering about that, huh? Okay.
Bingo!
We're going to start off with our peppers and onions because they take a little bit longer. The hotter vegetables, you want to cook those slightly until they're translucent, until the onions are translucent. Okay. Okay, we're going to get some sausage links going on the back burner. Because they are brown and served sausage links, all you have to do is heat them through. They don't have to be cooked they don't have to be cooked, just heated. They're already fully cooked. Okay, so we'll get those started. You don't want to add any more oil to the pan. There's enough grease inside the sausage, naturally. Okay, these look beautiful. We're going to move those to we're going to put the ham in first because the ham's fully cooked. It only has to be heated. Put a little butter in your omelet pan. Not much, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan.
What's good about these pans, it doesn't matter how many times you rattle them right on the burner. They last quite a long time.
Okay.
Only kidding, buddy.
Steve, you have the omelet batter ready?
You got it.
Go
for it.
Turn the whip, please.
You sure? There you go.
Thank you. We'll see if the butter's ready. Good, that's starting to cook. We'll add our omelet batter. There you go, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just get rid of this.
Our sausage links are done, we'll pull those off. We have our vegetables ready, we'll turn the flame off on that, and we'll just move our omelet to the center. Steve whipped those beautifully. You see how they're fluffing up? Nice omelets. Move those around.
How's that omelet coming, buddy?
Almost.
It's looking good. Tell you, Lee makes the best omelets. Now you know why I sleep late.
Okay, we're going to flip the omelet over. Use your spatula if you like. We're going to add the other ingredients to the top of it. Go ahead and use your wooden spatula. Put them in. That's beautiful.
Hey, Lee, I really felt bad again. Well, what I did was, I got the cottage cheese ready for you.
Good.
What we did was, we put it underneath a bed of lettuce. It just gives it a nicer appearance and a nice plate with a little paprika.
Okay, we're going to plate up our sausage links.
Beautiful.
We're going to fold the omelet over that's browning nicely on the other side.
All right.
Okay, fold it over. Look how fluffy that omelet is, huh? And believe me, it tastes as great as it looks.
It's really nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautifully garnished. Steve, why don't you show us some French toast now?
I think I will. Lee, but first, why don't we show them the grapefruit? You want to get that going?
Okay.
I'll get some pans here.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay, because Steve is serving a broiled grapefruit with his French toast, we're going to get that started first. What Steve is going to do is take his grapefruit, which we have already crowned, okay, earlier this morning. We're going to let him put a little bit of brown sugar on the top of it.
Okay. Yeah, just place a small amount of brown sugar into the meaty area of the grapefruit. And just put it in the pan, pop it right under your broiler. In 5 minutes, you got a new creation. The people will love you.
Now, you don't want to get that too close to the flame. About halfway down from the broiler is fine.
Okay, and in the meantime, we're going to start our French toast. Lee, why don't you explain how you put that batter together? It's rather simple.
This French toast batter is 2 eggs whipped with about 2 tablespoons of milk, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can enhance the flavor a little more if you like a little stronger flavor on the spices. And we're all set.
Okay, the butter's just about ready. What you want to do is just place the bread into the batter. You don't want to soak it too much. It gets a little too soaked, okay? Test the butter just like the omelet. Okay, it's not ready yet. Just boost it up a little bit. It's about ready now. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, this is looking good. This is one of my favorite breakfasts, by the way. Just let you know.
Steve, you found out, though, this dish really didn't come from France, huh?
I'll tell you, when I was over in France, went into a French restaurant, said, "Excuse me, monsieur, may I have some French toast?" And the guy brought me back some French bread toasted. That's just an American invention. What we did was we cooked our bacon off a little bit ahead of time. Lee, if you want to get that on the plate, this French toast is just about ready. The grapefruit's about ready. This is what we explained earlier about mise en place. Everything's exactly on time, and that's all due to organization. What we'll do is we'll pull our grapefruit out. Lee, you'll put that in our little bowl. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay. And like we said before, appearance is very important. Just layer the French toast in the pan, in your plate. You don't want to layer it in your pan. You want to layer it in your plate. Ah, it's looking great. Okay.
I'll put a little parsley sprig in the center of the grapefruit.
That looks nice. Yeah. Don't be afraid. Use your imagination at breakfast. This is your first meal of the day. You want to wake up right. What we're going to do is just hit this with a little powdered sugar. If you have fresh fruit, feel free. This is just a nice breakfast here.
Beautiful. French toast, Steve's omelet. Can't go wrong. Yeah. I bet you thought the only way you could get a breakfast like this was to go to a restaurant.
Now you know how easy it can be, right?
Boy, that's great.
Before we actually prepare dinner, we're going to show you a few of the many garnishes you can make at home. They're simple, easy to prepare, and really help garnish up a plate.
Remember, these are just a few examples of the garnishes you can make. Use your imagination when you're making them. The only rule that we have is to keep them edible. There's nothing worse than biting into a garnish only to realize that you shouldn't have. We're going to start you off with a lemon crown. As you can see, we've already done a tomato crown, a lime crown, and an orange crown. We make all of these the same way. We start off by planing the bottom, give you a flat surface, use a small paring knife, make sure it's sharp, And just go about halfway through and make a crown all the way around.
It's looking good, Lee. As you see, we've done the other things the same way here. We'll be utilizing them later on. Okay.
Almost done.
Lee, he does an excellent crown.
And you want to make sure it's flat.
Nice and flat.
And there you go. Okay, now you have a lemon crown.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get right into the compound butters. Huh?
Okay, a few of the dishes that we're going to be making later on require a compound butter. A compound butter is butter with any ingredient added to it to give it a particular flavor. Not only does it enhance the taste of a piece of meat or fish, but it also acts as the perfect natural garnish. The nice thing about it is you can make them up an hour ahead of time or a week ahead of time, put them in your freezer, and forget about them until about 20 minutes before you're going to use them. Just pull them out to make sure they're soft for use. We're going to go ahead and make some mint butter, which we're going to use a little bit later on a lamb dish. Okay, there you go, Steve.
What we've done, we've taken a 1/4 pound of butter, softened it to room temperature. What you want to do is just mush it around a little just to incorporate it, and what we have is a tablespoon of fresh mint. Okay, if you can't get fresh mint in your area, use dried mint. It's all right. Just probably use a little bit more. And what we have is a teaspoon of lemon juice. What we want to do is just incorporate all these ingredients together. This is one of my favorite dinners, Lee. This mint butter is excellent.
Really enhances the meal, Steve. Ready for the foil?
I'm ready for the foil. Okay, and our next step is to get a small piece of foil and place your butter on the foil like so. Preferably in the center. Okay, Lee, will you take it away? And our next step is to curl it around. What you want to do is make a cylinder tube. Just make sure it all goes together. Just roll it up, twist the ends, presto. Mint
now, if
butter.
you're doing more than one butter, it's a good idea to label them to make sure you remember which one they are.
Good point, Lee.
That's nice, Steve. I'm going to go ahead and make some curry butter now. We're going to use that a little bit later on, too. Steve and I have a special treat for you now. We're going to show you the proper technique for handling a French knife, while at the same time, we're going to show you how to chop parsley, one of the easiest and most versatile of all garnishes. All you do is take a beautiful bunch of parsley, rinse it under cold water, shake off the excess water, take off the sprigs. You want to use the sprigs, not the stems. Discard the stems. You're all set to go. Now what we do is pick up the French knife by the handle, put your index finger and your thumb on the blade for a little bit more control. Now everybody, pick up your French knife and let's chop to the beat of the parsley rap. Hip hop, don't stop. Come on, people, make your French knives rock. Yo, back and forth and back. You're the champ of the kitchen, you take no slack.
Now pick up the parsley in rapid time.
Ring under cold water with all your might.
Now you've just chopped through the parsley beef.
You're the master of the French knife, we all agree.
Now when the urge comes, don't hesitate.
Just pick up your French knife and garnish the plate. Sing dang dicky dang da dang da dang dicky dicky dang dicky dang da dang da dang dicky. Monsieur, madame, good evening. We do have reservations. Garçon! Table for two, please.
Monsieur, madame, your table is ready for me, please.
Steve's going to start off with some boiled lamb chops with baked potato and carrots and honey and dill.
Okay, let's take it away. We're going to start off with a baked potato first. It takes approximately 45 minutes in the oven. And what we want to do is just oil the baked potato, pierce the ends to release the steam, place it in a 350-degree oven. We've already done that previous because it takes an hour. So we're going to start right away with these lamb chops.
Here you go.
So we have two gorgeous lamb chops here. We just want to oil them up slightly, just a little bit of oil. Don't be afraid to use your hands. Just rub the oil in them, babies.
Beautiful. Let me get a little salt and pepper on that for you, Steve.
While I cleanse the hands.
Hands are a little busy, a little bit of pepper.
Yeah.
There you go.
Looking good.
All set.